A lot of people don't realize that you can make $10,000 a month in commercial painting without spending a single dollar of your own money. So today I'm going to show you the exact $0 blueprint so that you can land your first commercial painting client and how you're going to be able to scale this business even if you're starting out with zero experience. So let's get started. You can see behind me, we're painting this huge warehouse. And I'm not telling you this is how you're gonna start this business for free. If you try and get a job like this starting out with $0, you're gonna fail. What you're gonna wanna do is work up to jobs like this. And so where you wanna start is what I call the low barrier of entry jobs. So these are local businesses in your area that you're going to target and go after to get commercial painting jobs. These clients where we go to like a barber shop and they're moving to a new location, or a dental shop, they have a couple offices, or they just want to update their storefront. They just want you to go in there and paint their commercial building and be done with it. So they're not really going to say, I need you licensed and I need all your insurance done, right? So it's our low entry in. This is gonna be something that's really, really quick for you getting started. If you're anything like me, when I was starting, I was basically working full-time job. I couldn't do it full-time, I had to do it part-time. So these jobs are typically on the evenings after they close. So it's a perfect opportunity for me to get my full-time job done, 9 to 5, and then show up in the afternoon, get the job completed, and it was done in a couple days. So my sub I was able to work with, get the job done, and especially like Saturday and Sunday, they could knock it out in 2 days, get my payment on Monday, and get going to the next one. I only had to do that 3 or 4 times, and I had enough capital to where I can start investing in other things, to get my license, get my insurance, that type of stuff. Because we're trying to do this, we are doing this at zero cost. So that's how you're gonna get in first. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna search for these businesses in your area. So there's a couple different ways you can do that. First off, what I would do was find these businesses. So go look for barbershops. We'll just start with that. Find those on Google. And then you're gonna get on LinkedIn, you're gonna type in their business name in the search engine, and it's gonna come up and it's gonna give you their company name. If you can't find that one, go to the next one. You're just gonna keep going through your list of people that you find, and you're gonna search them out on LinkedIn. When you find that on LinkedIn, you go straight to the building owner, which is typically a title like CEO, or they're just the business owner. So all you're gonna do is private message them, but before you do that, you gotta make sure that you connect with them first. That's how LinkedIn works. And once they accept it, now you have the opportunity to private message them. And with this, you're gonna do 2 things. You're gonna send them a typed out message, and you're gonna send them an image. And this is where it gets cool, because now we have an option to send them an image. What we're gonna do is go find their building that you're gonna paint. You're gonna go take a screenshot of that, whether that's on Google, or you can just drive over to it and take a picture, like this building here. I would take a picture of this, and then you're gonna get on ChatGPT, which is free. So it's faded right now. Maybe there's a bunch of peeling paint on that building. Make this building look new again. And it's gonna make it look new again. That's what's cool, because you're gonna send that to that potential client and tell them that you are a local painter and that their building's faded, and how you're gonna help them with that problem. Problem, solution. That's how you're gonna start getting your commercial painting jobs. It's how you're gonna start getting leads to get out to do job walks at commercial buildings. A lot of commercial painters, they make the mistake, or they just don't know where to start, and they're just right away, get to the work, right? Hey, I'm a commercial painter in the area, please give me some work now. Or, just a generic message about, hey, I'm just a local painter, and if you need any commercial painting done, let me know. And sorry, I'm just doing a walk around here looking at buildings, kind of seeing how things are going. We're going to paint this one next week, and then we're doing this one right now. Just wanted to kind of put some eyes on it over here. But important part with this is that we want to do this the right way. We don't want to hurt our trust with them, reputation, and just mass spamming every commercial client that we make a connection with. So we want to tell them the reason why we're reaching out, the problem that we see, and the solution that we're going to help them with. And then I just end it with a simple question. Building like this, let's just say, I saw this on Google, it was faded paint. So I just say, hey, the reason for this message is I noticed that your building out here, this storefront, is really faded. And what I typically see with this is that it keeps getting worse. and then it can go into bigger problems where you start having water infiltration inside the building, as well as you're seeing a lot of more cracks on the building, and it's gonna cost a lot more in the long run. So what I do is we come in after hours so we don't disrupt any road activity, we don't disrupt any of your customers, so we can do this on the nights or even weekends for you. But I'm curious, how are you handling your painting projects right now? And that's it. So just give them, the problem, and this is my solution, and then you open that conversation up to get them to start talking back and forth with you. That's the objective. Will it always go directly to you getting a job walk with them? Probably not. But hey, you're starting to build your reputation and your brand. That's the most important part. That's what's gonna get you long term. And then of course, they're gonna start giving you opportunities right away because they see why you're here. They see that you're not here just to take advantage, but rather to help them. And that's what people like. Now, before you get on LinkedIn and start messaging the clients, you wanna get your branding done first, okay? Because this is what's going to separate you from everyone else. This is gonna make you look legit. So it's your company name, your logo, basically your brand image. And you can do this for free. Just go to Name Links. It's a website. Just type in your city, and you're gonna be commercial painting, and it's gonna give you a big list. It's like really legit. The logos look great, so you can go through and pick that something is professional. Remember, your goal is to get to $120,000 a year. You gotta get that one job first. So even if it's not right, you can fix that later. Just get something professional right now, and then we wanna go and grab that, update our LinkedIn, and then we're also gonna wanna build out our website. We wanna be online, because commercial clients are gonna check you out online. Go get your website built. There's a website that's free, builder, it's called HubSpot. And you get on there and they have a new feature where you can just prompt it to build a custom website for you. So you don't have to spend all this time like trying to come up with pictures or text or anything. Meeting with the client. So you send the client a message and they reply and say, yes, I need a painting quote. So what you're gonna do is go set up a free Gmail account, and you're gonna send them a calendar invite of the day that you're gonna schedule to meet them at the job. Before you meet up, you wanna give them a call. So get their email and get their phone number and ask them what type of project they're looking to get done. If it's too big, then you're out, you can't do it. So you need to ask, how big is the job? And then you show up. When you show up, just introduce yourself. They're gonna walk the job with them. You're gonna tell them exactly what you're doing. You're gonna give them a professional proposal, something you can create literally with ChatGPT or yourself. You could just get a Word doc, put your logo on the top, and then exactly what you're gonna be doing on the job. So the details, what areas you're gonna be painting, the type of paint that you're gonna be using, which you can call your local paint store and they're gonna tell you the best paint to use for that project, and then your price. Once they sign, get your deposit. So I recommend getting a 30% deposit. That's gonna hold your spot. That's gonna say that we have a legit job, and now you got your first check, and then you're basically gonna go get your subcontractor crew, or you're gonna go get painters, the laborers to complete that job. So just sell the solution first and then figure out the delivery later. Don't try and figure out everything after the job yet. Your first thing is to get that job as quick as you can. Get that client to say yes so you can come out and bid on their project, and then you figure out the delivery. Once we get them to sign, then that's where we go find our labor at that point. We have the job, we have the pictures from the project, we have everything so we can show them. And this is where you're gonna go to your paint rep store. The one I use is Sherwin-Williams. You can also look at stores in your area, like Benjamin Moore might be in your area. You're gonna go in there and you're gonna ask if they know any subcontractors who are looking to partner with other commercial painting companies to get jobs done, to make some money. And that's how you're gonna get your labor. It's really easy to do, exactly how I find this crew and many other crews. It's the same process all the time. It's real simple and it's free. That's all you gotta do is ask them for that. You meet with the subcontractor, you show them the job, and then you say this is the start date, this is when we're gonna go, and you get their phone number and you meet with them on the job, you give them the start date, you show up on the first day on the job, you walk them through it, they're already gonna know what to do. You know, you're just gonna show them the wall that needs to be painted or whatever, and they're gonna get to work. And you just tell them once you're done with the job, I'll pay you once a commercial client pays me. So now you've done that whole process for free, and you make your money and you don't pay that out until the job's done. Commercial clients only care about one thing, and that's trust. Big project like this, didn't happen because it was an impulse buy. It happened with starting with small projects, working myself up to that, and gaining their trust over time. That's the biggest concept with this business. You build trust and partnerships with them, you build partnerships with your painting rep, you build partnerships with your subcontractors, and that's how you're gonna succeed. Because that trust, especially with the commercial client, they're gonna give you referrals. And, so there's 4 or 5 other people that they're connected with on LinkedIn. You network with them and the credibility, right? And then they're gonna give you reviews. So, there's more trust there. Reps create mastery. Your objective here is to get your first commercial client and then move fast to get your next one so you can get to being full-time. And so that just creates a lot of repetitious tasks over and over again. Sending out X amount of connection requests. Start it with 50 and then send 25 messages after they connect with 25 different people, and then meet with different subcontractors. Just don't rely on one. Have 2 or 3 ready to go. That way if something happens, you get another job, another one can jump in there. So how are you gonna keep scaling this commercial painting business so that you can actually go full time? This actually might surprise some people because everyone just thinks, well, you just gotta paint more buildings, make more money. And that's not even close. One important concept that you gotta understand in the commercial painting industry is that it's built on trust. It's not based on that you're the cheapest painter for a job like this. It's not even based on that you're the best painter. It's based on trust. Long-term partnerships that you say you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and that you started out the right way. You accumulate trust with the same clients over and over again. You just do the smaller jobs and not hurting your reputation. So getting through with the client, you're giving them touch points throughout the project, talking about daily, weekly updates on the project. When something goes wrong, you jump in and you fix it. And you just show up when you say you're gonna show up, and you start giving them value. Now that's the important part, right, is the value part. So that's why I talk a lot about short form content, is because that's how you're gonna start gaining trust in this industry, is by posting short form content and giving them value. Like take for instance this building here. If I was to record a short form video on this and give the commercial client some value, I would immediately just talk about the one thing that they know about or that they see is the paint quality. Why are commercial painting bids, some of them are so different between the others? Why is one so cheap and the other one a little bit higher? Probably because they're using a quality paint. And when you use a quality paint, of course, that increases the price because it's just more expensive. And then we're just not gonna spray it with 1 coat. Even though it's the same color, we wanna put 2 coats on so they know it's gonna last them another 10 or 15 years. That right there is value. So all you're gonna do is record short form content videos, and you're gonna be consistent every week with this. You get on Google, you get on ChatGPT and ask it, what are the top 10 frequently asked questions every building owner is gonna ask commercial painters? And it's gonna give you a list, and you just start at the top, just pick one at a time, record 1 short video, probably 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds tops, post that on LinkedIn. And you get good at it and consistency so that you start warming up those cold prospects, you start getting known in your area as a local commercial painter, and that's how you're going to consistently grow this commercial painting business, and that's the best part. Now, after you land your first commercial painting job, what you're gonna wanna do is actually reinvest that money that you made and make your business look more legit and professional. So what you need to do is go watch this video right here where I show you exactly how to start a $120,000 solo commercial painting business. You can start it this week. I hope it helps you, and thank you very much for watching this video today.